Naka, God bless. Okay, Naka. Thank you. Naka.
Your Excellencies, Mbulavanaka, and a very good morning to you all. Your Excellencies, from the moment the risk of a serious global outbreak of COVID-19 became clear, my government has pursued every proven medically sound pathway at our disposal to protect the Fijian people. Today, we welcome our latest and most advanced measure yet in our comprehensive COVID-19 action plan, the new molecular lab at the Fiji Center for Disease Control, Fiji Center for Disease Control, as you've heard. Essentially, this new lab means we can test for the virus directly in Fiji rather than spend the time and money shipping samples for testing overseas, as we've been doing up until today. But before we get into the specifics of Fiji's newest testing capabilities, I'd like to share the latest on the global spread of COVID-19. As of today, 11th March 2020, the virus is present in over 100 countries and territories with over 110,000 cases confirmed. Fiji has no confirmed cases of COVID-19. The fast-moving spread of the virus is inching the outbreak closer to a pandemic level emergency by the day. Fiji isn't waiting for that announcement. We're acting with urgency to protect our people and ensure we are fully capable of aggressively identifying, isolating and treating any case of the COVID-19 in Fiji. Our borders remain closed to all foreign nationals who have been present in mainland China, Italy, Iran, South Korea within 14 days of their intended travel to Fiji. Each of these travel blocks have been carefully considered following rapid upsticks in COVID-19 cases in these nations. These bans have brought us precious time. For every day Fiji has remained coronavirus free, we have had another vital day to prepare. We are constantly reviewing the WHO's latest case numbers, and we will not hesitate to introduce new and more stringent restrictions when necessary. But travel bans are only one piece of our COVID-19 response plan. By working closely with the international carriers, especially our national carrier Fiji Airways, we tremendously stepped up our screening of international air passengers from all countries. After undergoing strict medical and travel checks, passengers are screened with handheld temperature scanners the moment they land. And we're actually in the process of installing thermal scanners at our international airports as well. I've explained in detail before what's happening for travelers at sea. As a reminder, all cruise ships are required to make first berth in either Suva or Lutoka, where all crew and passengers are then thoroughly screened. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, never before in Fijian history has such a comprehensive nationwide response plan been implemented so effectively or so quickly. Every time a suspected case of the virus is arisen, it has been tested. All test results to date have returned negative. I want to applaud the health of professionals and staff here today and across Fiji for their impressive and professional handling of our preparatory efforts so far. You don't get anywhere near enough credit for the hours, including sleepless nights and expertise you've given our nationwide COVID-19 response effort. The facts supporting your good work do not justify the flames of frenzy we've seen stroked by the politicians who have been trying to discredit you in your life-saving efforts to protect your fellow Fijians. My simple message to you is keep up the good job and stay diligent. We will empower you to do what must be done to keep our people safe. I know you face a great deal of questions and concerns from your friends and members of your community. Always refer them to the WHO and the Minister of Health and Medical Services for information, as these are the only reliable sources for any updates related to COVID-19. Your Excellencies, up until today, all test samples in Fiji have had to be shipped to Australia. While this has served our needs to date, the process has been burdensome and time-consuming. But now, with the opening of this new molecular lab, we'll now be able to process up to 20 samples at a time, with results in hand in as little as 6 to 8 hours. When you're dealing with disease that spreads as quickly as COVID-19, every hour saved is critical to containment. So we cannot overstate the vital importance of this new testing facility. Long before the novel coronavirus emerged, we were preparing Fiji for precisely this type of global crisis. We know that as a small island state with an economic engine fueled by the tourism industry, we are vulnerable to any type of viral outbreak. That's why in recent years, we have been aggressively investing in our medical facilities, acquiring new state-of-the-art equipment and recruiting essential healthcare workers. In fact, in our previous national budget, we invested in expanding the capabilities and infrastructure of the National Public Health Lab here at the Fiji CDC in Tamavua. That paved the way for projects like this new molecular lab, and in doing so has made Fiji safer, more prepared, and more capable of containing COVID-19. But the road to combating coronavirus doesn't stop here. We're blessed to have been spared so far. But with the majority of countries on earth reporting cases, we need to prepare as a matter of when, not if, we will see the first case here in Fiji. That's why I urge all Fijians to act with the utmost precaution and exercise the habits and hygiene necessary to stop the spread. COVID-19 is spread through respiratory droplets whenever someone is infected coughs or sneezes. So wash your hands thoroughly with soap and water. Cover your nose and mouth with a tissue or your elbow when you cough and sneeze, and avoid sharing drinking cups, including billows and takis, as hard as they may be. By working together, ladies and gentlemen, and remaining vigilant, we can keep our families, our communities, and our country safe from harm. I'd like to extend a special thanks to those who worked with our government to help make this lab a reality: the World Health Organization and the Australian government. The global scale of the COVID-19 threat demands the highest levels of global cooperation. This is not the time for any nation to turn their backs on the international community, because only together can we combat the spread of COVID-19 and come out of this crisis stronger. And with the introduction of this new lab testing equipment, ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellencies, alongside, of course, the rest of the nationwide preparations, Fiji is fully prepared to tackle any case of COVID-19 in the country, keep our people safe, and do our part in the global campaign to contain this virus. When I will ever thank you, and God bless you all this morning.